Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. If you're a Pixar fan and have been captivated by Turning Red, then this video is for you. Well, buckle up as we steer away your confusion and enlighten you with our logic behind the controversy of Pixar's Turning Red Explained. Number 5. The plot of Turning Red. Regardless of whether you are a fan of Pixar or just animated movies in general, we're sure you must have heard about Pixar's Turning Red. This delightful new movie released by Pixar revolves around the story of a young Chinese girl named May living in Toronto. The movie is centered around May's struggles with her life, family, community, repressed history, and her realization that she can turn into a panda. The movie gets its name Turning Red from May's ability to transform herself into a red panda. The movie brings in multiple elements of ethnicities, family, and cultural values, the struggles of teenagers, parenting, and even brings in an interesting aspect of history. The movie takes place in the early 2000s, with May evolving into a teenager and coming to terms with the struggles of entering girlhood and becoming a teenager. The movie is a glaring and raw reflection of reality that has been gaining a lot of attention ever since it released in March. Number 4. The response to Turning Red. With film critics holding their pen and power ready to criticize the movie as soon as it came out, there were multiple controversies that sparked. While the film did become viral within no time of being released, people did not perceive it as positively as the film's directors and producers may have expected. The raw reality of a girl entering puberty and her suppressed history was not well received by viewers from all over the world, and the film was greatly critiqued over the discomfort that it caused to many viewers. Well, we guess at this point people were just looking for something to criticize in the movie, and the lack of controversial material in the movie is making them mad, thus sparking immense controversies. The movie depicts May as a 13-year-old teenager who's entering into her fangirl phase and is doing all the cringeworthy actions that a normal teenager does. The movie also casts May's two rich yet very strict parents who have Chinese cultural items on display in their house. While there's no doubt that the movie has received a negative response, there's also a lot of admiration by Chinese people who found their culture in a Pixar movie. Number 3. Was there anything controversial in the movie? As we have mentioned before, the movie's plot did not contain anything controversial in particular. The red panda aspect of the movie comes in from May realizing that she metamorphizes into a red panda every time she fears, anger, frustration, aggression, or any other intense set of emotions. May's mother is portrayed to be a very strict parent who keeps a close eye on her child and makes her do multiple chores in the house. Upon finding out May's problem, she reveals to May that this problem has been a part of their family for decades, and the only solution is a ritual that needs to be performed. This ritual takes place in the shape of a ceremony and will allow May to lock away all inconvenient emotions, which are not just limited to anger and frustration, but also include intense feelings of happiness and passion. This is where the controversy sparks from. People are viewing this plot as intergenerational trauma and how the Chinese have dealt with their years of oppression. Number 2. The controversy of Pixar's Turning Red. While the controversy reflects on the intergenerational trauma that has been passed down the community, it also highlights the challenges that these people have faced. In addition, this controversy is built on the fact that these traumatic experiences become so deeply embedded in society that they eventually become very difficult to interrogate and resolve. Additionally, the plot is also viewed by some people as highlighting the unrealistic and extremely high expectations that Asian parents put on their children, and how the children succumb under pressure. If the pressure from their homes was not enough, these children are expected to nourish and stand out in an environment where they often face discrimination and are made to feel alienated. The lack of a proper outlet to reflect on their emotions leads to a lot of built-in emotion and an inability to deal with them the right way. Be it the reality checks or how people perceive the plot, we think Pixar did a fantastic job with their new movie. Number 1. Is it offensive to Chinese culture? The movie's plot specifically portrays how children in Chinese culture have inherited the ability to repress their feelings and lock away the traumatic parts of their memories, rather than dealing with them. This repression of memory is also viewed by people as a way of never really letting go of something you are born with, and letting it always be a part of yourself. In the movie, May talks about how everyone has some messy or weird past, but for some reason, this past remains hidden away and is dealt with silently. The significance of the red panda and the Chinese shaman and the blood moon might have made the Chinese audiences feel targeted, while the movie only provides a platform to showcase Chinese culture. Well, now that you know what was the controversy surrounding this Pixar movie, let us know what you think in the comments below and whether or not you agree with it. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel on your way out for more such content.